and welcome to Gag of the Millennial.
A show where we talk about pop culture, current events,
and I've
you messed up, and spill the hot Darjeeling right into your lap.
Scoldy Woldy.
We messed up. You
That I did
you
that
encroached
wrong.
on my saying.
It was my territory.
No.
No.
Sucked.
Sucked.
You're disgusting.
I don't know what's happening today.
Hello, Luxeria.
Hello.
How are you doing, my love?
I'm very unwell.
What is the tea?
It's off.
Rotten. It's rotten, girls.
Rotten.
So, hello, welcome to a brand new episode of Gag of the Millennial. We're so excited to be back. We have to, like, it's so nice to actually have like a normal routine again where we can like do these and just it's just fun after not being able to do it for ages. Like, have these in like regular like scheduled.
It's been
program.
a lot.
Yes.
Regular schedule.
Yes. Welcome to the Boomer Network.
Boomer TV.
So hi everyone. Yes, hello. I hope you're all fabulous and having a wonderful day. I hope
year.
Yeah, time. Yeah, God.
Gosh, maybe not yet.
Thank you for all the love and sort of positive feedback for the last one we did.
Yes.
Obviously with our slightly new setup. A lot of you said the audio was so much nicer, and the fact that we have a nice background now.
And a
seance skills.
A ritual.
Hail Satan.
Hail Satan, girls.
But today, for our topic, we thought we'd do something a little bit different. And we wanted to delve into the world of Reddit. So on my channel, we normally have Reddit reactions where me and Luxeria react to like scary photos and things. However, there is a Reddit called Am I the Arsehole? Where people submit their stories and say, I was in a situation where I snapped or I did something like more angrily or I had like a fight with someone. And it's they basically post their stories and say, in this situation, am I the arsehole?
Yeah.
The internet, please tell me.
Yeah,
Which,
like, did I do wrong? Was I in the wrong here?
Exactly. And that can be quite the Wild West, but
Yeah, I mean, just don't go on the internet and ask if you've been the arsehole. Because
Yeah.
most people will be like, yes, and your whole family should die in a house fire. Like, it's a bit much. It's a bit much.
I think we should just literally delve straight into this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to open my phone up now and just...
I'm already prepared.
Well, good for you, Greta. This one is called, Am I the Arsehole for yelling at my friends after she passive-aggressively made me a vegetarian meal? The little monster is shook.
Passively aggressively made me a vegetarian meal.
And what?
Oh, how entitled.
The best way you can describe my diet is flexitarian. Oh,
So what's the problem then?
flexitarian
What's
specific.
the problem, stupid?
Most of the time when I'm in control of my food, I will not eat meat. However, when I'm being catered for, I always eat whatever I'm given because I don't like being the awkward and appreciate the effort and additional food miles that it goes to prepare a separate veggie dish, which I think is fair enough.
Yeah,
like, that
okay.
yeah. My friends know this is how I am because they've seen me eating a lot and it's pretty obvious. They've asked me why I do this and I've replied for the same reasons above. Recently, when I was at one of my friend's house, she made everyone else a lamb dish and made me a single portion of vegetable lasagna just for me. It was delicious and I thanked her, but insisted she really didn't need to do that. I'm more than happy to eat the same as everyone else. She replied with, why can't you just be grateful that I made all this effort for you? I did this to prove that we can cater for you being vegetarian, and you need to stop using our meals as an excuse to eat meat. You need to either be full-on vegetarian or not. What you do means you can be smug and being vegetarian, but still get to eat meat. You also imply that we are incapable of being good hosts and providing a veggie alternative. I could tell this is how she felt before, but she never laid it quite out like that. I yelled at her that my diet choices have nothing to do with her and that I can eat meat whenever I want to. She replied saying that she can't believe I'm not grateful and that she made a separate dish for me. And it kind of just goes on from there, like them just going back and forth with each other.
Everyone's the arsehole.
I think everyone in this situation is being a bit of a dick.
Yeah.
I have to say, like, I do think you have been a bit ungrateful. Like, if they've seen you eat and you're never eating meat and things, and then they've made the effort to like make you a vegetarian dish, and your reply is, well, I can eat what you have. It's like, just stop saying that you eat meat then. Like, I don't know why I do agree. You can't just be like, I don't want to eat meat, but then also always eat meat all the time and then like get bitchy if they want to make you a vegetarian meal. To make a whole vegetable lasagna for you.
Yeah.
Like,
and then you to be like, well, it was nice, but like I could have just had what you had.
Yeah,
it
exactly.
Feels
like
a bit disrespectful, doesn't
like,
it?
to me, it's just like, if you're gonna eat one,
just say thank you.
Yeah, just say thank you. The perfect thing we can say is you. Do we ever really like change that much about what we eat? Like we eat because Luxeria is vegan.
Yeah.
So we make sure that we have things that she can eat, things that we can eat. A lot of the time we'll just eat the same stuff because I'm happy to eat vegan food. Like there's literally I don't think we've ever had real like any
there
occasion.
hasn't been a situation where we've been like,
no, exactly.
Have a fight.
Exactly you.
Am I the arsehole?
You are the arsehole.
No.
You bitch. Stop eating the cow's udders. Like,
udder woman.
So like, but I also think she overreacted a bit, shouting at you. I feel like there was a lot of tension before, and this was the thing that kind of
the crescendo.
Yeah, this was the crescendo.
I feel like
yeah,
there was
exactly.
something bubbling up. Like,
Yeah.
but it is really annoying when you see someone who's just like, no, I'm actually vegetarian, and then they're like literally eating roast beef while
Yeah.
saying that, but being like,
Yeah.
you need to be more considerate, whilst they're literally stuffing their face with.
Yeah,
like,
I do think
beef
I do
fat.
think she had a point of like, I feel like you think you might be slightly holier than thou.
Yeah, you do want to see the whole world move away from eating meat.
Yep.
But you also have to do it in a way that's inviting and not just be like, you're going to hell, girls!
Yeah.
Because people
Yeah.
will be like, well, actually, get in the bin.
Yeah, exactly. So I think you were all kind of the arsehole in this situation.
Everyone in that situation is the arsehole, but also more information
Yeah,
needed. Like,
communicate with it. What's wrong with communication? Just fucking talk to each other.
I think that's a problem that a lot of people have, though, is that they're just like, with it, like they go, oh no, I get in the bed, and then they just make bad decisions.
Yeah.
And it just bubbles up into this crescendo
Yeah.
over a lasagna.
Yeah.
And she actually made it for you, so
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
And
I do
a
think
pure
you. I
thank
do think you're a bit ungrateful to be like, well, you didn't have to do this for me. It was like, just accept that you didn't have the lamb dish. If you really wanted the lamb dish, just stop calling yourself a flexed hair.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
stop it.
Exactly. Stop doing all that. Am I the arsehole for coming out as gay?
Yes.
Yes, you are. Yes, get in the bin. All right, so here we go, girls. Are we ready? Strap in tight. So about 2 months ago, my sister came out as bisexual.
Okay.
And everyone in my house and most of her extended family was very supportive. I myself have been a closeted lesbian for most of my life. And since my family is pretty religious, I've been scared to come out just in case they reacted negatively. I mean, we've all been there, haven't we?
Yeah.
Well, I haven't because I don't have a religious family, but there we are. But since they reacted so well to my sister, I decided to go for it and came out to my family and some of my close friends a few days ago.
Yep.
It went very well, and once again, everyone was very supporting, and my best friend even bought me a pride flag.
Whoa.
That's sweet, isn't it?
Have a day off.
Exactly. However, ever since then, my sister has become kind of distant. I asked her about this, and she basically told me that by coming out, I was stealing her thunder and being a copycat.
I mean, I can already tell you are not the asshole.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I can understand why she might be upset since I did come out pretty soon after her.
so okay.
I
sorry,
know.
sorry.
Lady, hold your horses, lady. But I think calling me a copycat is taking it a little too far, considering this is something I've been grappling with since I was a child. Her boyfriend has sided with her too, saying that I should have waited a little longer to come out as to not draw the attention away from my sister. Am I the arsehole?
No.
Yeah.
She is the fucking asshole.
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
would you say it to someone?
Imagine being like, you're interrupting my life by also being part of my community.
Very Laganja. I feel very
very,
attacked. This is
yeah,
my moment.
yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, but as someone who's LGBT, you should know how difficult it is to then say someone else, I can't believe you would do it. Like, no, this person now feels comfortable because you've shown them that the parents are going to act well. I think what it is, I think it's bitterness that the first woman had to come out,
Yeah,
but not
yeah.
knowing how the parents are going to react. However, because they reacted good, that pressure has been taken off of the other
Yeah.
one, and now she is jealous.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily an asshole situation, but I do feel like things in this nature, like when you see someone come out and admit to something that's really painful and vulnerable, you do also feel a thing of like, well, I've also been through the same thing, so I want to be closer to you because I can share that. But like, I do feel like some people are just like, no, it's all about me and you've upset me now.
It doesn't make any sense. It
It's
makes
annoying.
zero. Sorry.
It's annoying, but like, yeah. If you're watching, congratulations on coming out.
Yes, bitch. Well,
Congratulations to the community and to a new world of lesbianism.
of lesbianism. This one is entitled, Am I the Arsehole for going to a gay sauna without being gay? First, some context. If you were like me and didn't know about them, gay saunas or bathhouses are hookup places for men, but are equipped with everything jacuzzi, sunbath, sauna. Some also doubles as pubs and nightclubs too. I don't know they have pubs and nightclubs in them as well. Do some gay saunas have pubs and nightclubs in?
I have no idea.
I've never known
I
that.
guess maybe.
Just for the record, I've never been to one before, so I don't know exactly everything that's inside them. A month and a half ago, me, a 24 straight male, went with my best friend, a 25-year-old gay male, to one of these places, but it was his first time and he didn't want to go alone. If I am being honest with you, the place looked kind of shady from the outset, and even its webpage wasn't helpful, so I understood his feelings. I wasn't happy about it because I was afraid someone would try and hit on me, which is typical straight man. Like, if you're gonna, like, don't go to a gay sauna if you're worried about someone hitting on
How
you.
could you imagine being like, I'm gonna go, but like, don't look at me?
No,
like,
I hate it. It's like,
stupid.
that is
It's not for you, sis.
Yeah,
Don't
exactly,
go.
exactly. Anyway, So I was worried someone hit on me, touch me, or some other unwanted things. But the other option was letting him go alone, so I decided to help him out. To make the story short, the place was cool, he had a fling or two, and I enjoyed the place premise. No one made any unwanted approaches, and while some tried to flirt with me, they stopped once I calmly rejected them. Being naked all the time, which is a requirement in these places, was a little bit uncomfortable, but well, it's not that different than any other sauna. I ended up liking the place. It was a relaxing experience and I needed it. I enjoyed it so much that I went back 2 more times by myself. Going to a normal sauna would cost me the equivalent of $50-$60, if not more. But here, to enter, it was only $7. Also, the beer was a lot cheaper. Come on, girl.
Also, why would you go to a sauna to drink?
Yeah,
That sounds awful.
people don't go to. Yeah, like imagine.
What,
Like,
being
hot
like,
in
I
my-
want to go get somewhere really hot and steamy and dehydrated, and also then just like shrivel up my insides.
Exactly,
Thanks.
strange. I told my best friend and he was mad about it. According to him, I'm invading a gay safe space. Just because it's better for my pocket, I should stop doing it. I mean, he was the one who invited me in the first place, and I am still paying for the place's services. So I don't know why he's getting mad. Am I the asshole? So
Complex feelings.
So-
sis. Complex feelings about this one.
did that make sense? Did I read
Yes.
that? By the way, guys, I'm
Yes.
dyslexic, so I'm sorry if anyone's struggled a little bit. So I think this person is being an asshole, but not intentionally.
Yeah.
I don't think in his mind, I think he's just been a little bit thoughtless about the situation. I think, like, yes, you went with your friend and you were support with him and you went back because you thought I was slightly cheap. But the problem is that this space isn't for you.
Yeah.
This, like, you can say, well, the place is cheaper because of this kind of stuff. But then what happens if you tell another one of your straight friends and then they tell another one of their straight friends and all of a sudden this gay
this
safe
thing,
space
yeah.
where gay men go to relax, have a sauna normal, and also a lot of people hook up there. Like, you've now invaded that space and there's loads of straight people suddenly come and all of a sudden it's, oh, don't come near me because I'm not gay, but I'm here. Like,
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
just tell that
yeah.
eventually it will spiral into this thing where loads
Yeah.
of straight men will go and it will be this, I don't want to be touched, but I also
Yeah.
want the free shit.
Yeah,
Like, it's just, no.
The thing is, like, gay saunas are a very specific place that you go to for a very specific need.
Yes,
like,
yeah.
straight people have everywhere else they can go.
Yeah.
You have so many spas you can go on Groupon and be like, oh, 2 for $25, I'll just get a mani-pedi.
Yeah.
Just because a place is £7 with the expectation of meeting someone there that isn't like a nightclub vibe, it's just like, it's not for you.
It's
You were
not
brought
for you.
as a guest.
Yeah.
You don't get, like, if you were a guest of someone to go to a members-only club, you can't just then go back the next week and be like, well, I was here last week. It's like, yeah, you were there as a guest.
Yes,
If
exactly.
you aren't a member, you can't come in.
There's a lot of like heat around the discussion of like straight people going to gay clubs. And I remember I came here with my sister's hen party years ago and I was trying to take him to heaven. There was like 12 of us and we got refused entry and I was so shocked. I was like, it's disgusting, hurt my name. But now that I've been experienced into this world for a lot longer, I mean, this is like almost 10 years ago. Now that I've like experienced it more, I actually understand. Like, I'm more than happy for people to come into gay clubs and stuff. But the problem is, a lot of straight people use it as like a quirky thing. We're gonna go to the gay bar,
Yeah,
lol. We're gonna
yeah.
have that. It's like that. This isn't a joke. Like, our safe space, our place where we can go without being attacked if we hit on someone, isn't your sort of jokey place to go and
You,
be like,
you have
lol.
everywhere else to go.
Exactly. This is the problem. I feel like straight people will definitely like have to be included in everything, else they just have meltdowns.
Yeah, literally, because they're so because it's a level of privilege that has never been afforded to us.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
AITA, yes, the A.
Half yes.
YTA,
Yeah.
you the asshole. Am I the asshole for not accepting my 16 male, dad, 38 male, coming out as gay? Well,
Well, it depends on what they did.
Yes, complicated ladies on the game. For context, my parents have been married for 18 years and I have 4 younger siblings. My mum, apparently, was completely blindsided and had no idea. You don't know what your husbands are up to, ladies. No, you don't. They were
Don't know what
both
I'm up
raised in
to.
a fundamentalist Christian environment. Well, there's your problem.
Yeah.
There's your problem. And we're each other's firsts for everything. Another problem. A story I've heard 1,000 times, so it makes sense, but I'm so shocked, angry, and hurt that he has lied to us for so long. My mum is also a stay-at-home mum who married my dad out of high school. Another problem.
Yeah.
Women, like girls, you can't just be stay-at-home mums
I
and
find
rely
it
on everyone else.
Yeah, but I also find it incredibly strange. I mean, it's definitely more of a straight thing, but like when like people meet in high school and they just get married and then don't like and just kind of stay together for the rest of their lives. I'm like, how are you? Like, you change so much in your young years. The idea of like being with the same person from like high school.
You just turn gay.
You just turn gay.
You turn gay now.
Yep. To me,
you fell over, you smacked your head. Now you just woken up and you become a hairdresser.
Yeah, bad girls.
But I do actually want to interject here and just be like, ladies, make sure you have your own income, no matter what you are doing in your life, who you're married to, what you're doing as a stay-at-home mum. Make sure you have your own income, because
once that goes,
if you divorce the breadwinner and you have no skills, it's going to be so difficult for you to support yourself. So make sure you put yourself in a position that's good.
All they have to pay is child support. They don't pay for you.
Always think of yourself in your life. Always think of yourself. Everybody else does kind of come second.
Yeah.
Always. Charity begins at home, ladies.
Yes, girl.
Last week, I heard my mum crying alone in her bed after I presumed there had been a quiet argument. Since her crying woke me up instead of any shouting and my dad was nowhere to be seen, I asked her what had happened and she told me everything. My dad had revealed to her that he's gay and has known for the majority of his life and he wants a divorce. She said he planned on telling us in the upcoming months.
Welcome to dramatic readings of Luxeria.
Yes, very good. She said he planned on telling us in the upcoming months gradually to get us used to it, but that since I'm the oldest, I deserve to know first. Instead of letting him come over to me as per my mum's advice, I went to him immediately the next day and demanded an explanation.
Okay.
Keep your thoughts. Hold your horsey, lady. I admit that he was very level-headed and calm about it, saying he understood why I'm upset, but I was having none of it, and basically told him that he's an awful, selfish coward who took advantage of my mum for years and that I'd never forgive him. He just nodded solemnly and said I'd understand as I got older. He made me even more angry because it was such a passive and emotionless response. I told my guidance counselor about this, and she said that my response was an emotional one, not a logical one, and that I should apologize.
Yeah.
However, why should I say sorry when nothing I said was untrue? I'm not homophobic. It's the lie that I'm upset about. However, I'm beginning to wonder if I'm in the wrong here. Am I the arsehole?
I mean, it's a difficult one, but I understand why you might feel a bit defensive, but I also... you have no idea what it's like, especially if like they're that age of when the time they would have got together, it would have been very frowned upon. And like,
how old was he as well? He was 38. Okay, so not quite boomer times.
I understand the emotion, but I'm also like, to shout at them and be like, you're a selfish arse and you've used my, like, I don't know, it's just, it's hard, isn't it?
It's really hard, because while I can understand that, I actually think nobody in this situation is the arsehole, because like, as a 16-year-old, teenager.
You don't understand.
You can't be expected to behave as an adult.
Yeah.
You can't be like, we're going to expect you to behave as like a well-adjusted 35-year-old.
Agreed.
Like, so the idea that a 16-year-old has had an outburst and been very upset about something that's fundamentally disrupted their family life that they've been used to.
Duh.
I don't get... Like, I wouldn't be like, that child is an arsehole, because they are a child. 16 is still a child.
I think some people handle shame very differently.
Especially when you grow up in a fundamentalist
household. So I can kind of understand, because I bet like there would have been inclinations by parents who would have forced him to date a woman or something like, if, like those kind of
expectations.
So I understand. I think to me, I find it hard to form an opinion because I've never been in the situation. So it's really hard for me to explain. And I know that like when I was younger, in my head, before I came out, I was like, I'm gonna marry a girl and have children and be normal. Like that was in my mindset. So I can understand how being in an extreme environment with religious people, how it can really force you into that box. And over time you just kind of live to accept it. But I also understand the upset by like, I feel like I have been lied to, but you as a 16-year-old, you will understand more when you are older.
Yeah.
You are just
so
16.
When your father said that to you, like, you will understand more. So you won't be as upset, but I understand the rage.
But when I was 16, I thought I knew everything.
Yeah.
So I thought I knew... So... this is a hard one. I don't think anyone's an arsehole. I think this is just a really upsetting situation. Really common. This happens all the time when like someone will come out later in life and then, they'll be married and
there's all these family ties that now have to be undone.
Yeah. So it's actually more common than you think, but I just I don't know, it's a tricky one. No one's an arsehole, but the whole situation's just messy.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's an arsehole. I would say though that we also don't know where this family is.
Yes.
We don't know what country they're from. We don't know if it's even safe for the people to come out as gay. Like, so of course it's always going to be messy. What we actually need is for like to teach children that to be the way that you are is accepted.
Am I the arsehole for telling my boyfriend to act less gay when he meets my parents? You're the arsehole already.
Yeah.
I understand that acting gay isn't really a thing, but you know what I mean. No. My parents are pretty homophobic, but they're trying not to be.
Well, there's that. Your parents are the arsehole. You're the arsehole. Over.
They're both trying to learn and become comfortable with the idea of me dating a guy. They want to meet my boyfriend after quarantine is over. My boyfriend has a bit of a persona. People tell him that he looks and acts like a gay prostitute from 100 years ago. He's a bit...
People tell him, just casually, you are a gay prostitute.
Yeah, from 100 years ago. You and your frock.
What does he dress like?
I don't know.
Weird. Wearing mummy's wig.
He's a bit pretentious, and he loves all those characters like Sebastian Flint. That, I don't know who that is. Some character, basically some flamboyant character. Anyway, we were talking about him meeting my parents since they heard him trip over a cord in the background while I was on FaceTime with them. Great first introduction. And I asked him to try and act less gay when he meets them. This was admittedly a bad choice of words, and he got pretty upset. So I tried to clarify that there's nothing wrong with his personality or his appearance, but that my parents are already uncomfortable with the concept of gay people being as they think they all act like him. Meeting him in full social setting mode would just push them back 20 years. The thing is, acting gay isn't even his natural personality. I don't want to say I'm in the wrong because I'm literally asking him just to act like himself and not the show he likes to put on when he's meeting new people. He said that if my parents don't accept me, they shouldn't be in my life. It's not that easy for me. I love my parents. Am I the arsehole?
Your parents don't love you, so...
Your parents, I'm sorry, but you are the arsehole in this situation.
Yeah, you are.
Like, the thing is, people naturally should act more responsible when meeting parents or something. Like, obviously, if I was to meet someone's parents who I was dating, I wouldn't meet them and go, hello girls,
I've
what's
got
the
girl.
go? Like, I wouldn't do that. Obviously, I would act more respectable. But like to
Miss
say...
Buckingham.
Miss Buckingham. Exactly. But I wouldn't be like swearing and things because I'm respectful of you know, the fact that I'm meeting someone's parents.
Dynamic.
But for you to say to him, don't be so gay, that just reeks of internalized homophobia.
Like, why are you with this person if you want him to crush his personality?
Exactly. Can you imagine someone saying that to you? Like, I would be like, I'm 30 years old.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah, get fucked.
Like,
get immediately fucked.
I am not going to change who I am because you want... This is the thing. This whole thing is saying it's not even his real personality. It is
How
his
do you know?
real... Like,
how do you know? Like, when we meet new people, I'm sure we have like a level of anxiety that it makes us go like, welcome to my life kind of thing.
exactly.
Like, I'm a fun person to be around. Like,
I have calm moments and I have energetic moments, and I know
that's
when
all
like,
your personality.
Exactly. Like, not just not. It's this. I think because I get told this kind of stuff all the time, you make the community look bad because you're gay. Like, I actually take offense to this because it's just like,
it's stupid.
It's so stupid. Like,
it's hateful.
If your parents don't accept me, I don't care. Like, I'm not dating your parents. I'm dating you.
But also, imagine any other situation that this would be in. So imagine like you live on a lovely road and you've all got beautiful gardens and your neighbours have begonias in the front garden, and you're like, come along, mummy, come look at my garden. And she's like, I don't like begonias. And then you go to your neighbour's garden and be like, take out these begonias. My mother doesn't like them. You are the arsehole.
Yes.
You're a massive arse. Gaping orifice.
You are a gaping orifice.
orifice.
Yeah, you are the arse. I'm sorry, but you are. You like, if you have to accept that your boyfriend is who you are. It's like dating someone who's not out of the closet.
It's stupid.
That's horrible. Like, having
don't
to
ever be in the secret.
No, yeah, don't.
The secret. Don't do it.
Don't be this. Yeah,
I've
don't
been
be the secret.
multiple times.
Don't change your personality for anyone. Be yourself. Obviously, be respectful of people. Like, don't swear all the time.
We have like business mode.
Yeah,
that we
exactly.
all click into when we're like doing something that we have to be seen in a specific light. But like, I still have personality in business mode.
When I was working in Morrison's, yes, I didn't scream and shout, but I was still like having fun and being campy and like being myself. But to say the words "don't act gay," it's your own homophobia.
It's disgusting, isn't it? All right, it's the time for my next one. My next one is
arsehole.
Well, am I the arsehole for offending someone who assumed I was trans?
Oh dear. Okay.
I, 25 female, recently started a new job. During the whole application and interview process, I communicated with the same person, the office manager, Susan. Demonetized. Susan Gales. We had a couple of messages on email and conducted a Zoom interview. I got my job offer a couple of weeks ago and have been WFH for the company. Working from home?
Oh, okay,
Working from home from the company ever since. At the end of last week, I had an email arrive from someone representing the company's LGBTQ group. This was a national group representing my company. I work for them on a regional basis. Saying that I had a standing invitation to join them in their next Zoom chat if they wanted. That's quite nice. If only to meet other LGBTQ people in the same company as you. I am a cis heterosexual woman. I replied saying that while I'd love to join them as an ally, there might have been some sort of miscommunication as I'm not LGBT.
Yep.
I got a quick response to that, apologizing, saying that my name had been passed on to them as a new transgender employee.
Okay.
The only time I've discussed my sexuality has been on the anonymous equal opportunities form that I submitted along with my initial application, which stated that I am straight and cis. A couple of hours after that, I got an emergency meeting with Susan. When I entered the call, she practically screamed at me that I had misled her.
What?
I asked how, and she said that she and the entire hiring team had assumed that I was transgender because of the fact that I put my pronouns into my email signature. Too much. Too much. If anything, I do this because it will make whoever I'm communicating with feel sure in the pronouns that I use and saves them time having to ask, which is something that I believe should be commonplace, but that's just me.
Yep.
I reiterated this to Susan and said that I'd never tried to mislead anyone. She said that she'd only seen trans people feel the need to mention their pronouns before, and that when my face appeared on the Zoom interview, she said it could have realistically been a trans woman.
Oh my, this is
disgraceful.
Wow.
She also hinted at the fact that my supposed gender identity had resulted in a big swing in my favor over the other candidates.
Fuck off.
Exactly. And some of the hiring team now feel like I should be let go as I wasn't the best applicant for the skill alone.
Well, that's your problem then. That's not her problem.
No, ladies. I've double-checked since, and while the company can fire me without cause for the next year or so, since protected category, sex, has been identified as a potential factor, I would have recourse in challenging them in court in the near future. She ended the call by saying this wouldn't be going on any further right now, but on behalf of the trans employees at the company, she was very offended at my choices. I'm not going to ask about if I should stay in the job. It's not the right sub to ask this. But was I wrong for immediately presenting myself in a way that could be led to someone assuming I was transgender? Absolutely not!
What the hell?
You need to say the company, sis, because we need to out these people.
That was insane. Like, if they literally put cis and straight on the application form and then say you misled me because you put like pronouns in your like email.
That's also to say, I've only ever seen trans people do that. Like, I am someone who doesn't actually use pronouns in my email signature or in my bios for things.
Yeah.
Because for me, pronouns actually feels like a little bit of like invalidation of my expression, my identity and my expression. I don't identify as I am. I don't need to say these are my pronouns. Pronouns are other people to use for me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I know that's a little bit of an unpopular opinion. I'm willing to take more questions about that. If you want to debate me in the comments, I'll be there, sis. I don't want to step on anybody else's toes, but for me, it's very much like, I need you to see me as female, not just be like, and what's your pronouns? Because I would get immediate dysphoria from being asked
I
that
understand.
question,
I understand
that's outing
that.
me to someone. But like, imagine going on a Zoom call and someone being like, oh, I can see you're transgender, so we're going to give you a job now.
Can you, like, exactly, who, like, if someone was trans and you say it to them, like, that's not going to make them feel good.
Being clocked in a professional environment being clocked in any environment is the worst feeling in the entire world.
And also, to be told, like, well, we only actually put you forward because we thought you were trans, you're shit at the job. Like,
awful.
Vile.
Don't do that.
No.
You are not the arsehole. That hiring team that has put loads of assumptions on you.
Yes.
And then also has
They
this
are the
like
problem.
weird expectations of what trans people are.
Yeah.
Is the problem.
Yeah.
Like, you can literally go onto YouTube and watch any amount of people in all different sort of like gender expressions and gender identities and gender living situations and like understand their life. So the idea that this company is like, well, we thought you were this way is like, well, you clearly haven't experienced people from lots of different backgrounds which you should be if you are part of a hiring team.
Yeah. Am I the arsehole for telling my parents I don't want to buy a house with you? It's an interesting. Hello, everyone. Hello. So I'm an Indian American, and if you're Indian American, you know that parents/relatives love purchasing expensive houses to flex to others, even if they can barely afford it. Same goes for luxury cars, luxury huge houses, and so on. So I'm a 26 male, and I work as a HR administrator, and I make around $60K US a year. That's after taxes.
The administrator is cheating.
The administrator is cheating. Theme Hospital was quaking, which isn't very much, but I don't mind. I'm able to have a basic necessities, rent and a nice apartment, and have plenty of money for my hobbies like gaming, woodwork, and books.
That's lovely.
Exactly.
What a lovely little life that is.
Yep. My parents in general think that I'm a failure and I'm dumb and I'm not successful. Honestly, stop trying to live for your kids. If they're happy. This is the whole thing. Just before, I know this isn't the story, but like, I understand your parents want the best for you, but if your child is telling you that they are happy with what they're doing, stop trying to like.
Why are you trying to imprint something different on that child? You're just going to make them distant. And
Exactly.
Like, why don't you call us?
I wonder why.
Because I want to do heroin and party.
Yeah.
And you're being like, you need to be a
I want
lawyer.
to do heroin.
Well, maybe
not do
that.
heroin.
Yeah,
Let's not.
maybe not. That's a bit far.
Long back, they cut contact with me. All the words and the ways they treated me started affecting my mental health extremely bad, resulting in numerous mental disorders, which I take meds for, but still isn't gone. So since we are distant, I've been feeling much better. Which isn't that says it all, really? Like, imagine treating your kids so poorly that they had to take medication because you made them that depressed. Recently, they wanted me to come over to their house because they wanted to talk about something important and said it couldn't be spoken about over the phone. So I came over and they made lunch and treated me nicely. And then my mum and dad started talking nicely about me, apologized to me, said that they loved me all along. They acted really friendly. I thought they actually changed for real because it's been a few years since this all came to light. They then cut straight to the chase and said, we want to buy a house and it costs $500,000. They showed me pictures of the house and they said it's a beautiful house with 5 beds, 5,000 square feet with a luxury gate and a huge land and a pool. So I said, nice house, Dad, but where will you get this type of money though? Loans or something? You're retired and don't earn that much as you used to, and Mum is a housewife. So $500,000 might be out of your price range. Then Dad said, oh no, we aren't going to get loans for this. You're going to pay us $250,000 and I will put the rest of the money up so we can buy the house. Immediately when my dad said this, you can pay $250,000, I got shocked and just quickly told them, sorry Dad, I can't afford that at the moment. I don't have that type of money. I don't want to buy a house with you. I quickly leave, and before I closed the door, my dad said, I thought you loved us. Don't you want your old parents to live in a nice home?
No.
I brought you to America and now you're leaving your parents. Mum started fake crying and my dad is telling me, wow, you're leaving your old parents. You should be ashamed of yourself. I knew you were a failure. Disgusting. Threw loads of curse words at me. Mum continues to make boo-boo noises and fake cries and hurls curse words at me. I just close the door and leave. I have saved up a good amount of money, around $100,000 from my job, side hustles, etc. But I don't plan on purchasing a home right now yet, and I'm not certain where I'll be living permanently. Plus, with the job layoff and all, obviously with COVID and things, I don't want to have any of these responsibilities yet at the time. Am I the arsehole?
No.
Absolutely
No.
not. I'm sorry, but I hate this. So I come from a background where I don't have parents. I have no one to rely on. Basically everything I've done is myself. I don't have parents, don't have grandparents, don't have extended family. It's just me and my sister. That's all we have. And I think, although it's awful and never want to wish it on someone else, it's taught me a very valuable lesson to look after myself. And I hate this idea. Like, the problem is this kid isn't relying on the parents, but I don't like the idea that the parents is now using the fact that I'm your parent, I raised you, as an excuse to be like, well, now you have to do something for us. Your kids are not a bargaining tool.
Your parents are abusing you.
Yeah, like this is stupid. Like, I have children because you want children, not because you're hoping to use them in the future as some kind of like monetary value. Like, what?
Also, how empty. I would love if my child came to me and said, I'm really happy at the moment. Like, I don't want to buy a house just yet, but I've got these couple of hobbies that I'm really enjoying. I'll be like, oh my God, something wonderful has happened in the world. You are happy.
Yes.
I would be so overjoyed. But like the idea, I would never, can you imagine being like, why aren't you buying me this house?
Yeah, what
you
raised
don't love mummy.
We brought
Take
you
off
here.
mummy's
like,
wig.
I don't get it. Like, to me, that's ludicrous. Like,
what an awful environment.
especially like the thing is, I can understand like. If I had loads of money, I would give my money to sister and stuff, all that kind of stuff. But she would never expect me to do this kind of stuff. Like, it's never like, well, actually, because you've got more money now, you should give me money now. If your parents know that you are in the job that you are and you don't earn like a shit ton of money, how can they then say to you, give us 250 grand?
But also, like, lead by example. So, like, obviously your parents aren't like high-flying doctors with loads of money spare to just be like, we've bought a new house, darling. The idea that he had to say to his dad, but you're retired and you don't have much income. And then his dad is like, yeah, but you can pay for it for me. It's just like, stop trying to like make up for your failures by forcing your children to be unhappy with their life.
That's so strange. It's so weird. It's like, and also, why do you need a $500,000 if it's just you and your wife? Why are you having a $500,000 house? Like, what are you doing?
Afford it, you can't have it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry, but that's just how capitalism works.
Exactly. Like, it's just I don't understand why you would, like, what are you doing in that house if you can't afford it? That, like, I don't.
Awful situation.
I
Awful.
understand
Feel
wanting to
really
have
sorry for this
nice
person.
things and wanting to have. I completely understand that, but like, to expect someone else to pay for your house just because they're your child, like you're like, I no.
Abuse, gaslighting, get in the bin, girls.
It's you and no. That's
But the thing is also that they were no contact for like
Yeah,
years,
you-
and then
you
just
cut
invite
the-
them in to be like,
This. Okay, so we kind of skimmed over that bit. The fact that this person's parents had been like, "Bad girl, you're a failure to us. We're not talking to you for years," and then all of a sudden be like, "Give us all this money."
give me money.
What?
Absolutely
Ludicrous.
disgusting.
Ludicrous.
Those
Awful
that,
parents.
Like, join an OnlyFans and hope for the best.
Yeah.
Am I the asshole for not wanting to watch two gay guys have sex?
Okay.
Are you ready? First off, this was on the TV. So a group of us were chilling at my place watching a show. The show transitioned into a scene where two guys were having sex, and I let out a sudden ugh and grimace.
You're an asshole.
You're an asshole, because they wouldn't be having sex. They're actors on TV portraying it.
Yeah.
There's a guy in our group who is gay, and he didn't like that. He called me a homophobe, and I said I didn't have anything against gay guys, but that doesn't mean I want to watch two dudes having sex with each other.
Oh, for God's sake.
I know. A girl chimed in and said that makes me a homophobe because I disapprove of what gay people do. I said, I don't care what two gay guys do in private, but that doesn't mean I want to watch them have sex. So unless you plan on watching two girls have sex just to prove you don't hate lesbians, then shut the F up. She started playing lesbian porn on her phone at full blast, while the guy did the same but with gay porn. I kicked them both out of my house. The other people in our group look awkward as hell, but nobody said anything. We watched through the rest of the scene with no problems. For what it's worth, I'm a straight guy, and if that wasn't clear enough. Am I the arsehole? Am I the arsehole for not wanting to watch two gay guys have sex?
The problem is the fact that you audibly went, ugh.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to watch two women have sex because
No.
that's not what I'm into.
I
but
think
if
there
I'm
should
ever
be no sex scenes in films.
There
I don't
should not-
ever
no.
like just to be like, and then they had sex, and then we can move on.
I mean,
Because
I completely disagree with that. But like, if there is people having sex on screen and it's not my thing, I don't audibly go ugh,
But they're
because
also
that's
not
weird.
actually having sex. They're actors.
Yeah,
Unless
exactly.
you are watching porn and then go,
That is
"Ugh."
true. That is true. I think the fact that
Stupid.
you audibly said that just shows that you have homophobia inside of you that
You
still
do.
needs addressed.
You
Because
do.
I have to watch straight people do that stuff all the time,
Mm-hmm.
and do I go and audibly in public and go ugh?
The thing is, if you'd have done something like, oh, that's a bit much, like that's a fun way of being like, oh, I'm a bit uncomfortable, but like no one, it's one of these things where it's just like, not everything is about you.
Yeah, like
Get a grip.
like the fact that no one else as well in that group would like made a comment or anything, like you have an issue with it,
Yeah,
and you
you
thought
are the
that
problem.
your friends would agree with your saying like, I'm sorry, but like you're not an asshole for the fact that you don't want to watch women have sex, because I don't want to watch women have sex, or whatever. But the thing is, if I see it, I'm like, okay.
Okay,
It's just
that's
not
them
something I'm
having
into.
fun.
Like,
Off they go.
like I'm not gonna audibly make some judgmental
Imagine being like,
groan. Like,
every time someone had a
exactly.
little kiss on TV or something. Like, just get
Because
over
also I'm
yourself.
like, where do you draw the line? Because you say you don't have sex, but like, do you ever see like two guys? I mean, you don't really see two guys do things in public very often anyway, because we get hate crimes. But like, if you saw a guy kiss another guy in the street, would you then go?
Oh, he
you,
would.
like pat your friend and
be
go,
like,
ugh.
oh, look.
To me, that you just sound like a homophobic asshole who is
Yeah.
like trying to get out of being homophobic. Like,
Yeah. And everyone in the comments is picking him up on basically all of this stuff. And he's
Yeah.
put an edit at the top saying, right, so I'm the arsehole because I don't like seeing one guy anally ram another guy.
oh,
Wonderful.
the fact that you just said that just shows you're homophobic.
Thank you for opening
Yeah.
my eyes. It's like you didn't actually watch hardcore extreme anal sex.
No,
what
no,
you watched
no.
is two guys have like in a feature film
Yeah.
have sex.
Yeah,
Like,
no, the fact that you wrote that just shows you're homophobic.
Yeah, it does.
The fact as well, like, the
stupid.
stupid thing is, like, if you didn't want to be called an arsehole, why would you go on a post going, am I the arsehole? And then react really badly when people say, yeah, you're the arsehole. Like, why ask for the opinion if you're just going to be like, no, go?
But yeah, I totally agree.
Why? It's like me going up to you and being like, do you like my new contact lenses? And then me being really offended because you said no. It's like, why ask someone's opinion if you don't want the answer?
Yeah, I totally agree.
Like,
Totally
don't ask someone's
agree.
opinion if you can't, like, it's so stupid.
If you don't like it, you could just look away and be like, oh, not for me.
Am I the arsehole for telling my dad he needs to man up and be a father? I, a 16-year-old male, have 3 younger sisters, 11 and 2 are 9. Our mum passed away due to complications with the twins. Because that's really sad. Like, first of all, I really
You are
sorry.
not immediately. You're not the arsehole.
Yeah,
you're 16 years old.
I'm really sorry that happened. From a pretty young age, I took on a lot with looking after my sisters because my dad was struggling with grief. My aunt lived with us, and until the twins were about 18 months. But after that, it was all on me. I've never minded. I mean, first of all, at your age, you should not be looking after your, like,
That means like 18 months when they were born, you were like 14 and a half.
Yeah.
And a 14 and a half year old person should not be in charge of two children, like infants.
Thing is, I don't know how old they were when the parents died.
Oh God! In fact, it's even worse, isn't it?
Yeah,
It
so
makes them,
he
like,
would have
3
been
years
he would have
old.
been like even younger. When my sister was 5, her school was talking about mums and dads, and she came home and asked if I was her mum because she didn't have one. Since then, it's been some sort of joke, and all 3 of them call me their brother mum. That's kind of cute, but
that
also
is sweet,
like it's
but
cute,
very
but also has like a
sad.
sad undertone. Anyway, my younger 2 sisters have just started their periods, and I've learned how to deal with them pretty quick after my first sister. But our dad is still pretty clueless. 2 days ago, I was cleaning a pillow of one of the girls, had bled on it, and he got pretty angry and treated it like she had pissed on it, asking her why she hadn't just held it in or gone to the bathroom. Fuck you.
What an
What a-
asshole.
Fuck you.
Why are the men in these stories just pathetic filth?
So I can already say you are not the arsehole.
Absolutely
Your dad
not.
is an arsehole.
Your
Can
dad
you
is useless.
Can you imagine just saying to your daughter who just had a period, who's also sounds like she's still really young,
And like,
couldn't you just gone to the bathroom? Could it held it in?
disgusting.
Like, even I know you can't just hold in your period. Like, can you imagine your
Well,
vile?
imagine just being, okay, make it a bit softer. Imagine if you've cut yourself and then being like, hold your blood in.
Like, can you-
Hold it in. Stupid.
Ridiculous.
What
Also,
an
these are
absolute
2
cunt.
like I'm guessing the
yeah,
9-year-olds.
they're
So
9-year-olds.
The 9-year-olds are getting like is that early, isn't it? Is that quite early? I'm not sure.
Some cases it is, some cases it isn't. I think it varies quite a lot.
I mean, especially like if you're that young, how dare you shout at a child that young for that? Because she probably doesn't really understand what's happening to her body.
Absolutely, especially if she's not got an adult female in her life. She probably has no idea. She's probably really
Mental.
frightened. And then this idiot father has just gone, like, get in the bin.
Anyway, I tried explaining that periods didn't work like that, but he didn't seem to want to listen. I sent the girls down to the store to buy some chocolates, and we had a pretty big telling match. In which point I said to him, "You need to stop using mum as an excuse to be a shitty father. Man up and be a fucking father." Well done, girl.
Very appropriate use
Yep.
of that phrase.
Yep. He left, and the girls came back, and we settled down to bed to watch some movies and eat some snacks. We just left.
They just
walked
left
out.
all these children in the room
My,
together.
my aunt showed up and called me an ungrateful little cunt because I didn't know how it feels to lose a wife. I told her she didn't know what it feels like to lose a mother and be forced to take care of responsibility of 3 children. Basically, everyone is just fighting now. My dad didn't come back until this morning, but he did apologize. I told him an apology wouldn't cut it, and since then he has refused to talk to me. Am I the arsehole? I know I could have probably worded things a little bit better with him, but I'm so bitter I don't want to. You are not the
No.
arsehole in any way, shape, or form. You are a child yourself. It is not your responsibility to look after your sisters. Like, this is absolutely unacceptable behavior. I understand. I have lost pretty much everyone in my family. Like I said, I only have my sister. Like, this is, and I would never, I can't, because this is what my mum did to me and my sister. My sister was basically my mother because my mum was so incapable because she was shit. Like, I cannot believe that you would pass. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Like, you cannot make your child look after your other kids because you can't deal with the grief. I'm sorry. You have to suck it up. You are the father.
And then also being like, I'm sorry, as if that makes it better.
Ridiculous.
And then like, oh, I'm not talking to you now.
And also the fact that the auntie came in and lived with them until the children were 18 months old, so what, a year and a half or whatever. Like, the fact that you've had that time and you're still dealing with it, and like after that long, you're still not dealing with your children.
Like, your children are always... Oh.
Nearly 2 years later, and you're still like, I'm dealing with the grief. I'm sorry, but you have children to look after.
Yeah, you have responsibility.
That's
literally
unacceptable.
If you as a father can like have intercourse with a woman and produce a child, you are responsible for so much in this world. And for some people to just be so incapable and like dilly dally, filly fally, nothing, like, oh, I just can't, you deal with it. Like, pathetic. You are pathetic.
One awful
You should
father.
be
Awful.
castrated and thrown to the wolves. There are so many people that are going to be watching this that are also in the same situation where they have like an incapable adult in their life that's like, I'm just not doing it. And it's like, as soon as you have children, you forfeit your right to say any of that.
Can you imagine as the adult storming out? Because you
Literally.
haven't
And then leaving like 3 children or 4 children, in fact,
Yeah.
in a house by themselves with 2 young children,
Like
just being
young
and then
children,
like
like-
going away for like the night.
and just storming off and not coming home until like days up.
Awful.
Awful.
You are not only creating a problem for your children, you're actually creating a massive stress on the rest of society, because now those people could grow up and be very unadjusted and incapable of looking after themselves because you fucked up.
Yeah, because disgusting, vile.
Vile.
It's the time for your last one, Luxy Poosh.
It is indeed,
Why you
girl.
finger your eye?
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I know. She's getting right in there. Pop that
Pussy.
Oh, birds of a feather, Ming bars. Right, this one's a little fun one. I got an animal one because I like little animals.
Fluffy Wuffy.
Yeah. Am I the arsehole for refusing to give my niece our dog's bedroom?
What? What?
Okay, you ready? For the past month, my 24-year-old niece has been living with us. I'll call her Princess because that's what her parents call her most of the time. She is a medical researcher and took up a position near where we live, and my sister convinced me to let her stay here so she can save some money. I was apprehensive because I know this girl has been coddled and babied since she was little, but also she's a medical researcher, so she's obviously not that coddled.
She's obviously got some kind of brains. Yeah.
We have a 4-bedroom house. Me and my husband, my son who's 16, and my daughter who's 21, and our 4-year-old Rottweiler, Freddie.
Oh.
I know. I told my sister that Princess would have to sleep on the sofa in the living room, which she seemed to be okay with, but when she arrived, both my sister and her daughter set about trying to convince me to clear out the dog's bedroom to let her sleep in it. Princess even said it would be okay to make him sleep outside because it's just a dog. It got a lot colder now and I'd never let Freddie sleep outside. I told Princess that this is where she'd sleep. Take it or leave it. And she was still really sulky about the whole thing, sulking about how we think a dog is more important than her. In all honesty, I was right in thinking having Princess stay with us is more trouble than it's worth. She goes out clubbing and partying a lot and makes no effort to keep down the noise when she comes home in the early hours of the morning. Since she's arrived in the living room, smells of weed, and that smell definitely wasn't there before she came. She's rude to my kids. My daughter got engaged and we were all delighted, but Princess was lovely enough to say that if her boyfriend had gotten her that cheap ring, she wouldn't even get out of bed for the wedding. Oh God. Daughter was in tears because of this, and both husband and I had a word with Princess, who then cried and phoned up her mother saying we were rude to her.
Princess.
I had another.
I can't take it seriously when you're called Princess.
Awful. I had another phone call with my sister today, and she is still trying to convince me to let her daughter sleep in the dog's bedroom. I made clear this wasn't happening, and since sister got very upset with me saying how nasty it was to value pets over family, I also said that the daughter was skating on thin ice and that I wouldn't tolerate her behavior for much longer. Sister was very offended and said we should be happy to have her daughter there.
Wow.
Sorry, but how can I be happy to have a spoiled, overgrown child who keeps trying to steal a room in my house from my dog? Am I the arsehole?
No, I don't think you are.
I think everyone's the arsehole in this situation.
I swear that it said arsehole. That was the response. The response is
Yeah,
just...
the response is everyone sucks.
everyone sucks.
And
okay.
I agree with that. I agree with that because, like, don't say that someone can come stay with you and then be like, oh, you just get the sofa.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, if wasn't it already agreed beforehand that the sofa was there?
Yeah, but like, your dog doesn't need an entire bedroom. Like, they live in a 4-bedroom house and one of the bedrooms is reserved for the dog.
I don't know. I'm very precious with my animals.
Yeah, but like, I wouldn't be. Me too. But I'd be like, you get to stay in Mummy's room with Mummy because I love you.
The thing is, the problem is it's not your house. You can't tell someone else what to do in their house.
No, totally agree with that.
It's for the person to be like, you should be happy that she's no. She's a grown ass adult. Also, she's 24. She's not like she's 16 and he's. Get your own fucking house.
Yeah.
Like you get a roommate somewhere. Like
yeah.
I think if you're gonna be like, I'm not gonna pay rent and I'm just gonna stay somewhere.
Okay.
For you just to be like, I should get the room. You're not paying rent, bitch.
Yeah,
you're lucky that they're letting you stay with them.
Yeah.
Sleep on the damn sofa.
Totally
I'm sorry.
agree.
I'm actually on their side. Like
if I was in this situation, I would be like, we're gonna clean out the dog's bedroom, but you pay reduced rent.
Yeah, give me something.
Yeah,
like,
because you pay towards the cost of the
especially
housing.
If you're gonna start. And also, this is the problem. It's not like she's being lovely. If she's being an absolute bastard to everyone in that house and being an absolute cunt and like
no time at all.
I'm sorry, but like the dog is keeping the room.
The blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb.
Ooh.
I know, very ancient woman.
I'm sorry. I'm actually saying you're not an arsehole. I'd be like, bye girl.
Yeah, I do think that I'm on the I'm on the fence of saying that everyone just sounds awful in this situation, but I am also just like, a dog in my family would take precedence over. If like my cousin was like, can I move in? I'd be like, you can stay a couple of nights and have the sofa, yes. Like, but little Bessie, little Waffles is having her bed.
The thing is, you can't interrupt. And that sounds. People might not. Thing is, if you're not a dog person, you're not a pet person, you might not really understand the importance of it.
Yeah.
But like, to a lot of people, like
they're your emotional support.
Pets
family
are
member.
like part of your children, part of your family. Like it's not just like this whole idea that like people just let their dogs stay outside and they never bring them in the house.
Awful.
I'm like, bring a dog in the fucking house.
Yeah.
Like you're like. It's not a farm animal that sleeps in the field.
The dog
like,
is part of your world, but to your dog, you are their entire world.
Yes,
like
yes.
just let them live. Like don't keep them outside. Also, let your animals on the sofa. Like let them on there and cuddle with you because like their world is so bloody tiny as it is, and you by saying no, get off, is making it even smaller for this little creature that's only going to be around for 10 years, and then you're going to be like, I miss Bessie.
I miss Bessie.
I wish I'd let her on the bed.
I wish I cuddled her.
Like,
no.
so what if they've got a little bit of piss on a linen? Like. Get a life.
I don't know. I'm honestly siding more with the family with the dog.
The more I rant about it, the more I am just like, what
like,
awful.
I'm sorry, but you are not just because you're.
At 24, I was living by myself in almost the centre of London, like really hustling to make money so that I could live there. Like, you're 24 years old and a medical researcher and clubbing, whilst also being looked after with
and
a
not
free
paying
sofa
rent.
and not paying rent. Like, that's really entitled.
I just think you should like, and to be
Maybe
like,
everyone doesn't suck. Actually, maybe she is the arsehole.
I just think this whole thing of like, oh, if my boyfriend gave me a ring like that, I wouldn't even show up at the wedding.
Oh, yeah,
like,
no.
get over yourself. Like,
I wouldn't get out of bed for the wedding.
the problem if she's that bougie and that wealthy that she can say things like that, get your own place.
Why is she sofa hopping?
I don't like.
You
I
can't
hate
be
this
bougie
attitude. I hate
if
this
you're
attitude.
on like £10 a week.
Yeah, I
You
hate
just
this
can't.
attitude. I hate this attitude. Bad girl.
She's a bougie woman. Anyway, my loves.
Wow.
That was a lot, wasn't it?
So I've actually really enjoyed this one though. I think it's
I feel
fun.
a bit stressed though. I need to de-stress.
Yeah, let's get upset.
No, lady.
So I think
Should we share a top?
yeah, shall we? Yeah. Double topping. We are back, girls, and we have enjoyed this one. I think maybe at some point we could maybe do an extra one of these, or like delve into Reddit and see if there's any more like storytelling posts that we could maybe do a
tales
podcast
from
on.
retail, which I think will be really fun.
I mean, I could just do one of them. I don't need to read anyone else's.
Exactly.
I could do a retail one just talking about myself.
I think that would be fun. I think people would love to hear our like past jobs and experiences.
Maybe we
with
could do
that.
like a retail horror story video or
yes,
something. That would be
'cause
fun.
I've got a handful. I'm sure you do too.
Oh, I do, girls. Okay. Next podcast,
one.
retail horror stories.
Yes,
We're doing it,
exactly.
girls.
Yes.
So thank you so much for everyone who has watched this video or listened to on SoundCloud,
Big
Spotify,
love
all that
to the
stuff.
women.
A little note thing as well. If you guys could like leave a review on like iTunes or
yes, I
Spotify, can you leave
forget.
reviews on Spotify? If you can leave a review for us, it'll be really good. Give a 5-star review. Be like, hi girls, these are scummy people,
Two
but we like
stunning
listening to
women
them.
on the game.
Yeah, on the game.
Scummy women.
Yeah, we're scummy
that we like
women.
listening to.
Yeah. Welcome to the trash. Gag of the trash. Trash of
Gag,
the millennial.
trash.
Ends. Anyway,
Time for a breakdown.
make sure the like button, subscribe, notification bell, all the good kind of stuff. Thank you for everyone who's been listening and everything. Lots of love to you.
Big love.
Oh my gosh. Hopefully you weren't too scolded today.
With the
yeah.
Darjeeling.
Anyway, guys, lots
See
of
you
love.
later.
See you later.
Bye,
Bye.
girls. Bye.